This is Economy Watch, what you need to know about New Zealand's economic life today. Brought to you by interest.co.nz.
Kia ora, and welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news: economic data is light, and we await signals from the building Wall Street earnings season. Markets seem positive about what is ahead, though. Meanwhile, in the US, mortgage applications fell very sharply last week from the prior week, down 17%, and the most in 9 years excluding the pandemic. And that was on top of a more than 5% drop the prior week. The reason is that benchmark mortgage interest rates have been rising for 3 weeks and are now at a 2-month high of 6.52% for the standard 30-year mortgage there. And Canadian housing starts came in at a 224,000 annual rate in September, 18,800 for the month. Less than expected, but more than August. And Japanese machinery orders, excluding those for ships and electric power companies, fell 3.4% in the year to August from the same period a year ago. This is a large miss because they were expected to rise 3.6% on the same basis. It was the fifth drop so far this year. Orders for those excluded items, that is the ships and electric power companies, were quite good, however, mitigating the fall. And the Bank of Thailand unexpectedly cut its key interest rate by 25 basis points to 2.25% during its October meeting late yesterday, marking the first rate cut since early 2020. It was a move long advocated by their government, but was still not expected. They have a sluggish economy, and inflation is now below the lower end of its target range of between 1% to 3%. And Indian exports remained quite lackluster in September at $34.6 billion and virtually unchanged from a year ago. India is no export powerhouse yet. Imports were $55.4 billion, so they ran yet another trade deficit and have been doing that since 1997. British CPI inflation fell to 1.7% in September, its lowest level since April 2021, and it was down from 2.2% in August. But much of this sharply lower level came from sharply lower airline ticket prices, something that may be a bit of a one-off. In Australia, they reported an unusually low birth rate yesterday, with a record low fertility rate, but it is similar to New Zealand's. High housing costs are getting the blame there. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.01% and down 3 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $2,670 an ounce and up $9 from yesterday, and a new all-time high. And oil prices are holding lower, just on $70.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is still just under $74.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 60.6 US cents and down 20 basis points from this time yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up 20 basis points at 90.9 Australian cents. Against the euro, dipped 10 basis points to 55.7 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today now just under 69.2 and marginally lower than this time yesterday. The Bitcoin price starts today at $67,639 and up another 0.9% from yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been modest at just under plus or minus 1.7%. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.